Hey, welcome back to the UniTec YouTube Digital Media Channel. We are continuing former student spotlights, and we have, don't tell anybody else this, the best former student ever to take this class that wasn't actually in this class. Ladies and gentlemen, a graduate of 2018, is that right?
18, 19.
19,
I
something
think
like
it was
that.
19.
Was it 2019?
Yeah.
2019 graduate of Farmington High School and the UniTec Career Center, Mr. Hunter James.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Another day.
Another day, another $1.50, as
Absolutely.
we like to say. You were in Miss Phyllis Ward's class. In fact, you were part of her last class here. I want to talk. I want to start with Mrs. Ward because she helped me out so much my first year, as did you, which we'll get to that stuff later. But talk a little bit about Miss Ward because I know you still keep in touch with her.
She was probably the best teacher ever.
Yeah.
She'd tell you how it is.
Right. She's very honest, wasn't she?
Very honest. She really didn't care what you did as long as you're not bothering her and not getting in trouble. Me and Jacob Towers would often go to the restroom or down to the press box.
Right. Yes.
And Miss Ward always knew that we were really going to Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
She'd just be like, bring me back some chicken tenders.
But she taught you a lot of real life lessons, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, absolutely. Great teacher. My next question, I think you kind of already answered, but who was your favorite classmate in the IT class? Who was somebody that you could kind of slip off and get in trouble with a lot?
There's a few of them, but mostly Jacob Towers.
Right, good old Jacob. Jacob's going to have his hot seat coming up here one of these days whenever he drives down from Arnold or wherever he's living nowadays. Yeah. But I know he's a big fan of the hot seats, so he'll be just ecstatic that we're talking about him right now.
Oh, I bet.
What was your favorite thing that Jacob did in class? Like any kind of project or improvement or thing that he made that stands out in your mind that you can remember 5 years later?
Usually just looking over at his computer and trying to figure out what YouTube videos he was trying to watch. I believe he was a part of see how many computer fans we can put on a box.
Yes, he was.
I think he was a part of that. Helped me with a lot of stuff down at the press box.
Yeah.
I know he helped you.
Yeah. If it wasn't for you guys, there's no way I would have made it through the first year. No doubt about that. What was the favorite order from Dairy Queen?
Usually the chicken tender box.
Right.
And cookie dough blizzard.
Man, you guys spend a lot of money at Bonne Terre Dairy Queen back in the day.
First name basis.
Yeah, I bet you were. Let's talk about some of the students in this class. Who were some of your favorite students from your era, digital media kids?
Probably Blake Kuntz.
Big Blake.
Yep, Justina
Russolo. Fantastic.
Man we always talk about.
Mr. Jay Sodal.
And then the other one.
Mr. Chase Sellers.
That's one of them.
Oh, Austin Parker.
Austin Parker.
The loudest student to ever come to UniTec. We loved you, Austin. No doubt about it. That's a great group. Kayla Reed was in that group as well. Shaylin Tedder. Let's see if I can name everybody from that first year. I'm really going to stretch my brain here. Savannah Allison was in that class. Izzy Hill, Jeremy, what is Jeremy? Jeremy's my neighbor, and I can't think of his last name right now. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
Old Jeremy. Trevor Hancock was in that class. Jacob Reed, Maddie Jones. Maddie Jones' voice was amazing. She's down at SEMO right now, kicking tail.
Good.
And I probably forgot like 2 or 3 students. The Bernia lady. I can't remember her first name now. Anyways, I got myself in trouble, not you. But that was such a fun class, and you guys were loud, but you were so fun, and I just really liked the vibe of that class. That was so much fun.
Absolutely.
And you, early on, became part of the class. I think we ended up taking you to J98 on the field trip that year.
I did.
And you infamously got on the air and said, "Oh yeah, I'm not even Mr. Lowry's class, but if something breaks, I'm here to fix it."
That was me.
Yeah, and that was the deal. What is the best IT solution when somebody's having trouble with their computer? What do you recommend they do?
Turn it off, turn it back on.
It's so easy. Why does that work? Give us the nuts and bolts why that works.
A lot of the times it could be just a backed up update that just needs to be able to be pushed through, or sometimes you just got too much stuff open.
Yeah, so turn it off, turn it back on is the best IT solution. Mac or PC?
Depends on what you're doing.
Depends on what you're doing, okay.
I do a lot, and I use a Mac every day,
Yeah,
but PC for most IT related things.
is the way to go.
Yes.
And a lot of computer people don't like Macs. Why is that?
It's all proprietary.
Yeah,
You got to stick with what Apple says you can use.
right.
Or with
where
the Windows
PC's a little
machine.
more open.
Yes,
I got
with
you.
the Windows machine, you can kind of just throw whatever you want at it.
Thank you, Steve Jobs. We appreciate that. What makes a good password?
Capital letters, something you can't do with a dictionary attack. I know where you're going with this. Usually a couple special characters.
Right, yeah. Something you can remember, right?
Has to be memorable.
Memorable, yeah.
Wouldn't write it down, put it on your monitor, but
You're right, yes, absolutely not. Yeah.
just make sure that when the IT guy comes down, it's something you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I'm blushing already. All right, so let's let's talk about restaurants. You, like myself, fan of food.
Yes.
No doubt about it. What are some favorite local restaurants? Not necessarily the Dairy Queens of the world, but some places you like to eat from.
Hunt's.
Oh,
That's
Hunt's.
Hunt's in Farmington's always a great stop. Bailey Joe's Barbecue in Ironton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Shoot, there's a few more I always eat at. First Walk of Park Hills.
Yeah,
Jeff and his family.
Oh, man,
great
they're-
crew.
absolutely. And
Best
they do
food.
so much stuff for the community too, man. Jeff's always got some kind of fundraiser going
Oh,
on.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's good eating.
Can't really think of any else. I mean, I order a lot of local food, but
Now, are you a DoorDash, Grubhub kind of person, or do you go get it yourself?
I usually go get it myself.
Yeah, that way you save money on the tip, and it's going to get there faster.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Plus, I've heard some bad experiences where like they have, that contactless delivery, and people putting food on somebody else's porch and then running
Oh, yeah.
off, and so yeah, it's better that way. You are 21 years old.
Yes.
And you have had almost as many jobs as I've had. How many places have you worked at?
Let's see.
Doing a lot of math here, folks.
I think we're right around 10.
Right
so far.
around 10. Okay.
Yep.
But, and you've done like a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say freelance, but that's not the best way to describe it. Maybe contractor work, I guess.
Yeah.
So you've done a lot of different things with that. And where are you working now?
I'm working for a alarm system company.
Okay. And that is a great use of your
Yes.
knowledge that you learned from. I mean, a lot of it you already knew before you got to Mrs. Ward's class, but I think she kind of fine-tuned a lot of it, didn't she?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then all the crap where I'd be like, "Hey, man, could you get this to work?"
Oh, yeah.
That was probably some good training too, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and yeah, we both help each other out, man.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. How do you like to spend your time off? What do you do for hobbies besides hooking things up and figuring out things electronically?
Spend time with the family.
Yeah.
Go out in the field. Take a drive.
Take a drive. You like to scenic drive, don't you?
Absolutely.
You do not mind that at all. I start wasting gas money, and I'm just. Who is someone from your senior year or junior year, and I mean it doesn't have to be a UniTec student, it could be a Farmington student that you miss that you wish you could reconnect with? Anybody come to mind that you haven't seen?
No.
No. You see all the people you want to see, huh?
Yeah. There's not too many people I don't talk to from
Yeah.
high school.
All right. What is your least favorite video that's ever been uploaded to the UniTec YouTube channel?
Ooh, there's a few I could select from there.
Well, I'm thinking of one in particular that I know gives you makes you shake your head every time you see it.
There's one. What were they doing?
It was a
How-
top 10 list.
On how to do the number 9.
Yes. No, I'm sorry. It was a how-to video.
It was a how-to video
Yeah.
on how to do like the number 9 or
Yes.
something. and one of the students decided to flip the iMac upside down.
Yeah, he
One of
typed
our-
the number 6 and then flipped it upside down.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
And his name was Hunter, too.
Oh, yeah, it was.
He was other Hunter, Hunter Creevy.
Is there another one I'm missing?
Well, that's the one that always comes to mind, because I know, like, that drives you crazy.
Oh, yes, it
every
does.
time you see it.
Every time.
Yeah. What is the best thing that you can cook?
Frozen pizzas.
About to say, you're not necessarily the most.
I can cook a good meal.
Yeah, but the
I'm not-
frozen stuff,
Frozen stuff,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong. Throw it in the oven for 20 minutes.
right?
Chow
There,
down.
there you go. What was your first car?
99 Honda CRV.
Ooh, I think I remember. Did you still had it your senior year, right?
Yep, got rid of it my senior year, and I've been trying to find it.
Been trying to find it back.
Might go buy it back.
The actual car?
The same
The
car.
same car.
I've tracked it down. The guy I sold it to, put a new engine in it, did some body work, and then sold it to a kid in Fredericktown.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find it.
Should we? You want to put that kid's name out here? And
I don't know the kid's name.
oh, okay. So if you purchased a 1999 Honda CRV and you live in Fredericktown, get a hold of us through the UniTec YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
And so we can arrange the purchase. Top dollar, right?
I don't know about that. It probably has 500,000 miles on it now.
Yeah. You probably don't want to do that. Probably don't want to do that. If somebody made a biopic, the Hunter James story, who would play you? What famous person?
Goodness. Probably none of them.
None of them. Nobody could do it justice.
None of them would probably want to do it.
It's all about turning computers off and turning them back on. What kind of script is this? You like working with the students that show up to the live streams.
Absolutely.
I know you like to kid a lot of them too.
Absolutely.
Who's some people that some of the students that you've enjoyed working with over the years?
Definitely Wyatt.
Yeah, White's good people.
He does a good job.
Yeah.
Who usually runs the IMAX Friday nights? I can never remember his name.
Landon.
Landon.
Yeah.
There's just too many to name.
Yeah. Rico.
Rico Marler.
Yeah.
That's a
Give
good
shout
one.
out to Rico.
Jace Odell, back when he would operate a
Yeah.
camera. That's been a minute.
Yeah, that he double dipped too, because like he'd be in the Raider outfit, he'd be Rowdy Raider.
Oh, yeah.
And then hopping on the camera and then putting his outfit back on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Jace was a lot of fun.
Justina.
Justina was awesome. If it wasn't for you, Justina, Jace, and Chase, I totally would not have made it through the first year.
Oh, yeah.
Totally, yeah. You guys figured it all out for me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And you did say Gage, because I mean he's like sitting there staring at you.
Oh, yeah, he's just staring
wanting
at
that
me.
compliment, and now you finally given him the verification.
He does pretty good jobs. He just needs to probably show up to a few more football games.
Ah, yeah. He's busy serving drinks to old people.
That
his
is
job.
true.
That's what he does. Let's see. What's some other questions I wanted to ask you? What was your favorite subject in school?
Probably math.
Probably math. That came the easiest for you?
Yes.
Yeah. Now you have some teachers in the family though, right?
I do.
And they're not math teachers from what I remember.
My mother is the math teacher down at the high school,
Right?
North County High School, Miss
Okay.
James. Love you, Mom.
Yeah.
My grandma used to teach Spanish down at the high school.
And she was my Spanish teacher
Really?
my freshman year, yes. She was great.
Got an aunt that teaches down at, I don't remember if it's Parkway or what's the one over here across the highway from us? Is that Parkway?
The high what?
What school is across the highway from
Oh,
us?
Park. That's the primary school.
Primary.
Yeah, there's Parkside in Deloge, right next to the
Parkside.
park.
You got to just tie them together.
Yeah, elementary school teacher. Yes.
Yeah, she's an
Okay.
elementary school
Perfect.
teacher. Yeah.
So the teachers in the family. Have you ever thought about becoming a teacher someday?
I thought about it for probably about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's all it took.
Whenever Miss Ward retired. But I don't have the patience to do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe whenever you become older and wiser and more mellow, you might it might come, because I mean you know your stuff, dude.
Yeah.
You know your stuff.
It's possible, but
Okay. Well, that might be a career down the road. We can, after you get another 10, 15, 20 more jobs deep,
Absolutely.
into your professional career.
Might be at 75 by then.
Yeah, probably so.
Hopefully not, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right, we're going to get you out of here on this. Your final question.
Oh,
You
no.
cannot take the computer class. You cannot take this class. What class would you take at the UniTec Career Center if you were starting all over again and coming back?
Back whenever I came in or now?
Back when you came in.
Probably automotive.
Automotive, right? That doesn't hurt to have those automotive skills.
Nope.
Be able to change oil and do all those kind of things.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Hunter, I love you. I'm so glad you finally got to do this hot seat, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for fixing everything for us every Friday night on the live streams.
Not a problem.
We wouldn't be able to do it without you, buddy.
All right.
One of the all-time greats, Hunter James, joining us here on the UniTec YouTube channel. It's another hot seat. Please like and subscribe.